So what I'm going to show you is Elegantly Said is the name of the stamp set that I'm using today. And I'm going to use, there's so many cute greetings in here. I'm going to use this Wishing You a Wonderful Birthday. And then I'm going to use, it also, the suite comes with that and a punch. Now I'm not going to use the punch today, but I know this punch has lots of great things that you can do with it. And I just need to play with it and put some of those on there and show you guys how to use this punch. And I think that's going to be one of our Facebook Fridays coming up soon, is how to use that punch. This Friday I have something else that I'm going to show you on Facebook Friday, and that's at, I think it's at 10 o'clock on Friday mornings. Yeah, right here and on Facebook. And it's just tips and tricks, and so I have something else to show you this Friday. But I think next Friday we're going to have to look at the Elegant Punch. And then it comes with the gold cord and silver cord. The two of them come together. I was wondering how many, there's 10 yards of each. I believe it's of each. Maybe. I don't want to unwrap it and measure it. So I'll figure it out as we go along. Let me grab some of this and push this back away from me. Okay. And then we have this beautiful designer series paper. This is so pretty, guys. It is just gorgeous. I don't know, I guess you guys can see it there, but look at that shimmer in those. They are so pretty. They are not copper. So I'm thinking they may be bronze. And anyway, the other side is just a solid print. But the one side on each paper is a design and the other side's a print. So there's the print and there is the design, and that's one that I used on one of the cards that I'll show you. And then this one, and if we flip it over, it's just got, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There's a lag on my phone, so on my tablet, so it's way behind me. There, maybe like that, you can see it better. You can see that shiny glossiness. This one is shiny there on that side. And the other side is a nice, this just reminds me of a men's suit for some reason. So, and then this one, is that gorgeous? It's just so pretty. I know that the camera doesn't do justice on these, but it's just a gorgeous piece. And the other side is, I don't know what you'd call it. I'm not sure what it's called. So, and then this is also just really a beautiful piece of paper. And the other side is that. So, like I said, one side is a print and the other side is a specialty. And it's a specialty paper. It's a designer specialty paper is what Stampin' Up! Calls it. Okay, so this is the card that I made using this paper. And just using the layers, and it really kind of shows off the paper is what it does. So this is the silver, this is the cord, and that's the back. And then inside I just attached a little bit on the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do today, only though today it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to start, and all the measurements are on my blog. They're already on there. This video I'll add later, but for right now, all the measurements are on there, so I'm not going to give you the measurements. So this is my card base. This is my inside for my card. So let's just go ahead and attach the paper to the bottom. My little strip. And I have to do that on something dark so I can see where the edge of my paper is. Otherwise, it ends up with a white stripe on the bottom. And trim that off. And I'm just going to attach this into the inside of my card. I don't think this is cut right. How come I keep doing that lately? just grab my paper cutter here and we'll check it out and see. So this is cut at, I wanted it 5 1/4 by 4. And it's cut a little bit smaller than 4. This must have been a scrap I had. So I'm going to cut it. It's cut at 3 7/8. So I'm going to cut it at 5 1/8 because that is the corresponding number to 3 7/8. And I'm going to need to clean my cutter. It's all full of glue. Okay. And so now I have a nice even border all the way around. It doesn't matter that it's not 4 1/4. It's just an even border. Okay, then on the front of my card, I'm going to use this, but first I'm going to start my layering. So I cut a piece of basic black and then one of the pieces of DSP. And I'm just going to attach that. It's just 1/8 of an inch bigger, so there's just a little tiny bit of edge around there. And then my second piece here, I've done the same thing, and like I said, all these measurements are on my blog. This is like 2 3/4 by, I don't know, I don't even want to guess. Not today. Okay, so that is going to go on there. Now, I'm going to attach this long one, my largest piece, to the front of my DSP, and I'm going to use this side of my DSP versus that one, and I'm just going to attach it about 1/2 inch from the right on my designer paper. So I'm just going to use my guide here and just go about like that. And then this one I'm going to do the same thing, except for I'm going to attach it about 1/2 inch from the left, and I'm going to come down, center it top to bottom. So I still have some of my DSP showing from my bottom one here. And this I am going to stamp with, oops, no, these two are going to go together to start with. And that's, I know that one's 2 3/8. That's 2 1/2 square. Okay. And that's going to go there. Now here is where I'm going to stamp, and I'm going to stamp my flower in Tuxedo Black. I'm going to ink it really good. I want it to really show. And that's just a scrap of paper that I had laying here. And then I die cut it into a circle. And I've already cut a scallop circle using the layering circle dies. Whoops. Okay, now before I put that on, so I used adhesive to glue those two together. And then I'm just going to, oops, I have all more dimensionals than I need there. Let's put that little guy back, if I can, if he'll let go of me. He's not letting go. Okay. He found himself in the trash. All right. Okay, so then I'm just going to attach this to the front of my card. Oh, on the inside of my card, I wanted to stamp, wishing you a wonderful birthday. So I'm just going to go back and do that now before I go any further. I should have done it before I attached it to my card front. That way, if I have a problem, I can flip it over. But we'll just hope I don't have a problem, right? It's a little crooked, but it's okay. It's going to go that way. Okay, so then I'm going to take my gold cord and I'm going to wrap it around. First, I'm going to put some adhesive on my... This thing is temperamental with me today. Some days it works fine, and some days I struggle with it. Always on Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to take my gold cord. Now on the other one I used the silver cord because the silver cord seemed to go a little better with that one. And I'm just going to wrap it around, maybe, because we should hold it. And I'm going to cross them over because I want them to spread out. Just like that. All right, and then I'm going to attach that to the front of my card. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to attach this piece, this little 2 by 2.5 by 2.5 with dimensionals. If you're watching, please let me know you're watching. I'd love to see who's watching today. And then I'm just going to attach this right along, just a little bit over into that margin that I left here. And just right like that. Could come down a little bit because I've lost a little bit of this up here. All right, then I'm just gonna, I have a bow that I'm going to attach with a glue dot. So your comments help me be able to stay on Facebook, guys. So make sure you comment or give me hearts or give me whatever. I just need interaction, or Facebook will say, sorry, Deb, you're not doing it. So anyway, that is the way it is. That's how to make that card. Oops, I just put my hand in an ink pad, of course. And so I will be here for the next 2 Mondays. I just to let you know, let me grab my calendar. I will be here on the 3rd and the 10th. However, on the 17th, I will be in Hawaii. So I don't think I'm going to be online, but you never know, right? So the 17th, and then I'll be back on the 24th of May. So, and it looks like we may be starting up classes soon in June. We're looking at starting classes. So in-person classes again in June. So that means that I have to find a spot to be. And so if anybody knows any place they'd like for me to come, I am willing to come, or a place where I can be. So anyway, this is the Simply Said, Elegantly Said, and the Simply Elegant suite that we looked at today. And if you need anything, be sure to go to Stamp with Deb to place your order. Click on the link at the top. You'll see the little host code will come in from the right-hand side at the top of my page. And just click on that link at stampwithdeb.com, and you'll be able to place your order for any of the products. Keep in mind that this, even just because the new catalog is coming, some of the January through June products, all the January through June products will still be here until the end of June, or they sell out. And keep in mind also anything that was in last year's catalog that's not coming forward, that was on that last chance list that went out, that will be gone at the end of, well, May 3rd, actually, not the end of April, but on May 3rd, that will go away. So May 4th will be the brand new catalog. So if there's anything you need, anything I can help you with, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Check out stampwithdeb.com. That's where I posted the instructions for these 2 cards. Thank you. I will see you all later.